Stream is live. Ray's pulling back again. I'm glad I converted most of my B&B. It's pulling back pretty hard. Dude, everything's pulling back. Sushi's getting hammered.
Yeah, everything's getting hammered.
That 50-minute sell on the bot on Ray was disgusting. You said it too, Balls. Or I think it was Balls. You said that's a lot of fucking sells. When the bot triggered all those sell signals.
Not many buys today.
There were a bunch of buys this morning. They all came in around like 6, 7 a.m. And then not much after that. Then they all flipped to sell around 7 a.m. and then 1 p.m.
Wow. So Vitalik donated $1.1 billion from the Shiba Inu thing to the India Relief Fund, their crypto relief fund wallet.
Billion? That's how much he rugged?
Yeah.
The thing had a market cap that high? Hey, Slayer.
At its high, it was the 15th ranked coin. on
Jeez.
Look at that transaction I just posted.
That
Wait,
is
is
a
that-
rug.
So you can't rug anymore? Sounds like a buying opportunity.
Yeah, right.
With what liquidity?
Hey, Daily Devagars. Binary. Yeah, Gars. I noticed that. No wonder my Shiba dropped by 300. Yeah, the founder of Ethereum rugged it. Hey, Kevin, I appreciate the Twitch Prime sub.
He also rugged Elon.
Was Elon and Shib?
No, there's a coin called Elon.
There's a coin called Elon.
Oh,
He's probably gonna rug fucking almost every coin that he's been given for free that has a decent market cap.
He's literally Robin Hooding right now.
I wouldn't say it's Robinhood because he's taking poor people's money too.
That's true.
Taking a lot of poor people's money.
I mean,
But
if
like
poor
I said
people-
earlier today, know what you're investing in.
if poor people are investing in fucking shitcoin and Shib coin and all this stuff, they deserve to lose it. Don't put in what you're not willing to go to zero.
fucking coin's called Shib coin.
Yeah.
Has literally zero value. Extremely volatile.
What percentage of every buyer on Shiba Inu perpetual futures did any level of DD before buying it? Zero.
I did.
Of course.
I made money on that.
So did I. I made money on the way up and the way down.
Yeah.
Made more on that than I did on Doge.
Well, send it to 0. I'm gonna check on the other one that went crazy. ICP. Oh, it's still up there.
Internet computer futures?
Yeah, that went all the way up.
That thing ripped.
Yeah, in one day. So it's rank 8 right now. After one day, it's got to be a huge
What is that one coin?
ICP. Yeah,
Jesus.
I want to short it. Oh, you can short it. Great.
That's why it goes up so fast. Thoughts on SPY holding 405 puts for next Wednesday? Looks awful. Probably going to go for a 400 gap fill.
I kept trying to. It actually took a bit for me to short Shib because it was saying my order size was too large.
Yeah, there's no
max is
liquidity on it.
2K. Smash to 2K. That's all I gotta do.
Okay. Well, I think I was around there anyway.
Yeah, Icon, it's ridiculous. Hydra, what are you talking about, dude? ICP is a decentralized internet. Interesting.
It's just another tech company forgotten about.
Yeah, another rug.
It sounds like so much smoke and mirrors.
It has to be. You're getting these insane coins that just have what 20+ billion market cap for no reason.
Fuck, I might short Alpha here.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to cut Ray if it doesn't start bouncing. The market does not look good.
At least something like Cummies was under $250 million. You know, a reasonable start. That went crazy too.
Oh yes. Cummies is very reasonable.
I'm actually interested in it.
Where do you find the market cap for something on FTX?
I don't think you can. I just go to CoinMarketCap.
Oh, okay. What's the coin? What's the market cap of Shib still? Is it still over like $1 trillion?
It's too much. No, let's see. Oh, a modest 9 billion.
Modest.
Hey, Hydra, appreciate that, man. Shiba Inu rugged by Vitalik. I know, it's crazy. It's funny because it's said in their white paper, like, oh, we're going to give Vitalik 50% of our supply. As long as he doesn't rug, the coin will do fine. And they got rugged. Know what you're investing in, guys.
Yep.
Pretty much just treat most of these coins like fucking online casinos. Whatever
Yeah,
money you
whatever.
put in, expect it to go to zero. Well, don't expect it to go to zero, but be prepared for it to go to zero. Unless it's one of the big names. If you're trading in, if your fucking coin that you are trading on is specifically traded on PancakeSwap, there's a very good chance it's going to go to zero. Don't invest more money than you are willing to lose. If your coin has to be charted on a fucking platform called Poo Charts, very likely can go to zero. Okay? This isn't rocket science.
Dude, look how hard the VIX spiked. Fucking
Like
VIX is
it's at 30 again.
22% today.
Yeah, VIX is exploding. I think I talked about that buy signal on the bot. Because if you look back at the daily buy signals on the bot, it almost never misses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The last 8 buy signals ripped. They didn't all turn into like winning trades with the sell signal, but just the buy signal alone, they were 8 for 8 on making VIX rip. Let's see, 9. 9 didn't really work too much. 10 did. 11, 12 didn't. 13 did. 14 not so much. 15 did. But yeah, it's ripping. Yeah, right, Doodle. Yeah, the markets, I think Bitcoin and crypto are mainly doing bad because of equities. Typically when like crypto is ranging like that and equities picks a massive direction, like if it nukes really hard or if it pumps really hard, Bitcoin will tend to follow. So right now we're getting a big sell-off on equities. So Bitcoin is following. Ethereum also looks pretty toppy. If you look at that top doji that we put in, this big long-legged doji, typically you wait for these to confirm to the top or the bottom. It tried to confirm to the top, and then we just nuked. So that's not good. This looks pretty bad. That's a dark cloud cover. It's a swing high failure. Very likely going down to like 37. I tried to buy the dip. Yeah, Bitcoin's getting slaughtered. I tried to buy the dip on Ray. It kept dipping, so if it doesn't double bottom here, I'm going to cut it. Where's that daily pivot? Yeah, we lost the daily pivot.
Tesla looks like it's going down to that lower target that you said, 558 or something.
Yeah, almost all the big tech are smashing my bearish targets.
They just had another investigation thing too.
Facebook not doing too bad. Look at Facebook recovered most of the day. Netflix nuking, Amazon nuking. Yeah, Tesla's getting hit. Just lost a 4-hour pivot. PLTR down almost 8% today. Coinbase down 6.5%. Just brutal, man. Absolutely brutal.
Ooh,
Bitcoin just got a nice slow bounce.
yeah. So did Spy.
Oh, you know what I forgot to turn on for you guys is the AGGR. Let me turn that on. I know you guys like watching that on stream. There we go. So basically, sorry to ask, in a rug pull, the developers just close up and run off with the cash. So I don't know too much about like how it works, but like from what I've seen, there's like liquidity. So when people make coins, there's like a pool of liquidity that people buy into. And if the developer has a shit ton of the liquidity, he can just rug it. He can pull the liquidity out. Or if he has a bunch of coins and somebody else is providing a lot of liquidity, he can sell the coins into the pool and rug it. So it stems from two major problems. Some certain accounts having a lot of coins, or there being very low liquidity. Doodle said there was an interesting chart that I saw on CT showing the price of crypto as a function of the volatility index. Can't remember conclusion. Yeah, I'm not sure. Is there any alarm? What do you mean, Justo? Luis said thoughts on Docu for buy signals and SPY. I'll take a look. DocuSign still getting wrecked. Lost a lot of support. Sell signal on the daily coming into earnings. Probably wouldn't touch this one. It's had a nasty few days. I honestly wouldn't be touching any equities right now, guys. Unless you're like dollar cost averaging into the growth sector, I wouldn't be doing too much. The only index that looks like you could buy the dip on right now is Dow Jones. Actually, no, not even more. That's even worse now. I would not touch equities until they start testing their 50-day moving average, which they're currently coming into. That's the red line here. SPY's about to test it. Q's already lost it. IWM already lost it. Dow Jones coming into it. So watch for Dow Jones and SPY to test the 50-day. And you could find some buyers down there. Until then, I would be playing with a much smaller risk. You're putting in a sell signal on SPY right now. So when that sell signal closes, it's not looking too good. The past few sell signals have just been small pullbacks. But you can see how these pullbacks lasted for at least a few weeks. What happened on the 1 hour? It basically just bled out. Sell signal all the way to the top. Then just nuked it. Just got slaughtered. Once you lost the 50 moving average, it just got wrecked. Yeah, Dev, like I tell people, you got to look at those coins as like it's the same thing as like a casino, man. You go into the casino expecting you're going to lose money, but you got a small chance you might make some money. You put in like $500 to one of these fucking obvious rug pull coins. Some of them go up 100x, 200x. Like you could make a killing. As long as there's liquidity for you to sell into and you get out before it gets rugged, you can make a ton of money. You just got to do it smart. You don't put in $50,000 into a fucking rug pull coin. All right. Maybe 500, maybe 1,000, like a little bit. You got to understand the relation between risk and reward. The rug pull coins are extremely risky, but they can also net a massive reward. If you don't want a high probability of losing your money, don't invest in them. Basically, is all there is to it. Thoughts on Disney? I'll take a look. They've got earnings tomorrow. Well, basically, my analysis is useless then. But if there was not earnings tomorrow, I would say, it's pretty bearish. You just lost this local support back here, kind of like the range low here. Like if I turn the bot off, you can see there's like a little support flip here. Resistance, support, support, support. Now we're losing it, right? So without earnings, this looks bad. But with earnings, flip a coin, man. There's no way to know, you know? Completely a coin flip. Now, if they have good earnings, a lot of resistance around like 187. You break above that, this could turn into like a bull flag, and then you'll push higher. Bad earnings, most likely going down to like 168-ish. A lot of support down here. You lose that. There's a big volume gap here, which is also a price gap. Doodle said, what happens if the project is a scam? How would Coinbase react or the bank react if you are investing and bringing in large sums of money from shitcoin pump and dumps? That is why I have no idea, man, honestly. No clue.
I'm gonna be a dump on Coinbase.
You won't see rug pull coins get listed on Coinbase, but I get what you mean. You're asking like if you made money rugging people or you made money like in a rug pool, like maybe you weren't the rug guy, but you made money trading it. How would they treat the money? I think they would just treat it normally as regular capital gains. Unless you were the guy that was actually like rugging it, then I have no idea. The problem is like there is very little regulation right now on crypto. So like what these people are doing is not exactly illegal. Like they're making coins. I don't know, man. I don't really know.
Yeah.
I don't want to give legal advice on stream, but I don't think what they're doing is exactly illegal. There's not a lot of regulation there.
Yeah, what's good with this market? It fucking did the same wick, but a little bit lower from yesterday. What's going on? Bitcoin.
I think Bitcoin's just getting wrecked by equities. I think Bitcoin was doing great until equities
Bro,
took a shit.
You can't
The
say
last like
market
10 minutes,
like
I was
straight.
dipping and Bitcoin was going up.
Look at like Dixie's just been in the same range, but it like fucking bounced the whole entire day.
But yeah, it's just sketchy doodle exactly. Like, I don't even know, man. Don't even know. But I think like if you're investing in it, like you're just somebody who's trying to make some money, like say you put in $500 to one of these shit coins, it goes up 100x, you make a fucking bunch of money, you close it. You would just have to report that as normal capital gains. Like they don't know where it's coming from. They don't know exactly what you invested in. Frankly, they don't really give a fuck as long as you're paying taxes.
Yeah.
And the thing with crypto, like, I don't really want to talk about this on stream too much, but like, if you make a lot of money on PancakeSwap, they don't know where that money is coming from.
Puss and coming.
Yeah.
Because like if you make money on PancakeSwap, you send it to an exchange, you send it to another exchange, you sell it, withdraw it to your bank account. All they know is you're turning crypto into cash. Did you get paid crypto for some consulting work? Did you get paid crypto from trading? Who knows?
Not gonna lie, kind of wish I put my whole entire account to Matic.
Yeah, Matic was pretty good.
Bitcoin and SPY are moving inverse of each other right now for the first time all day.
Supposedly they're running out of supply in exchanges.
There's already a shitcoin, Justo. It's called Shitperp on FTX. It's a ETF of a bunch of shitcoins. Thoughts on BRK? Is that crypto or a stock? Do you mean Berkshire? Is that what you're asking about?
Berkay? Sure, buy some Berkay shares.
Yeah, only $425,000.
Berkby is better for retail.
The bot's taking profit on the daily. The weekly looks a little toppy. 4-hour sell signal. 1 hour has been in a sell for a little while. 15 minutes been in a sell for a little while as well. Looks like a bear flag breaking downward. Until you reclaim like 285, it's pretty bearish. Maybe going for a gap fill down to like 280. That'd be the obvious target.
Honestly, what if this is what we needed? What if this is exactly what we needed? Fucking Violent to do that shit with Shiba. Removes all the fucking shit, like, you know, shit coins like Doge and like Shiba and the other ones. So now people can worry more about ETH and Bitcoin.
It definitely is a good thing. It definitely is.
Because now everybody, they're going to move their money into that instead of, you know.
Well, a lot of half the money he gave to the India COVID relief fund, and the other half he sent to Gitcoin, probably to fucking work on ETH 2.0. There's no way someone like Vitalik doesn't have a plan. You also don't have that much money and spread the liquidity across that many fake coins, shit coins, whatever you want to call them, and hold on to them.
Bruh, you know what would be like a retarded buy right now? Yo, Mars at $20?
I mean, to be honest, there's a lot of discounts out there right now. There'll be more discounts though.
Doodle said, I've seen stories on Reddit about tax auditors asking for wallet addresses, so I don't want anything sketch on mine.
Unsubscribe.
Interesting. Doodle said, that's why I don't invest in shitcoins. Yeah. I don't know what wallet addresses they're talking about. I don't keep track of them. You know? I lost those addresses.
And what's a wallet address?
How do I find that? You know? No clue.
Is that on? Do I click the start button?
I think so. Run command, maybe?
That's too advanced. Run command, jeez.
Daily Dev said, I took everything out, thankfully. Put a big bit on Ethereum this afternoon. Right at the tip of when it started to fall off after the Ethereum peak with another entry midway down. I can't wait. What do you mean, you're buying the dip on Ethereum?
Bro, there's this guy that looks exactly like Violent. I'm gonna go up to him and be like, yo, I want my money back. He's gonna be like, what? I'm gonna be like, Shiba.
Best stocks to buy on these dips? Depends on your risk profile, man. If you're looking for higher risk, you're buying like growth stocks. If you're looking for a much lower risk, you're buying value. Any of the stocks in the Dow Jones, they're pulling back to support for the most part. Growth has been losing support for quite some time. But if you're looking at dollar cost average and have the highest risk to reward, you're looking at growth, you're looking at ARK, you're looking at innovative companies like that. I'm mostly cash right now. I'm mostly cash on my crypto and my equities account. I'm holding a lot of BNB and FTT. That's about it. I have a small trade on Ray right now. I can't believe Vitalik woke up and decided to rug some fucking dog coins. Is Bitcoin done dropping? Doesn't look like it's done yet. Equities are getting a little bit of a bounce. Oh, that's right, Keytoy. What did Keytoy say before he left? He's never selling his Shiba. And he got rugged. No pivots down here helping you. All the pivots that came in are acting as resistance. That's not good. Put in a pivot, retested it, failed. Put in a pivot, retest, failed. Not too good. Yeah, I need to get those palm trees, the logos added to YouTube. I still haven't done that. The buyers are absorbing the sell-off so far on Bitcoin.
Yeah, so you think Bitcoin's gonna make a little end of day? Oh, spike kind of.
That's why he's got rugged.
Yeah,
Tried to push higher.
they're running inverse to each other now. Bitcoin might have more strength here.
I think only on the low time frames. Their overall price action is still being pushed down. Still no positive delta on Bitcoin. It is getting above a lot of volume though. Big volume shelf. A short just got licked. Guy literally short at the bottom.
Yeah, I did as well.
Next major resistance is around like 54.9. How's Ethereum holding up? About the same as Bitcoin, almost identical. Big volume gap on Ethereum down at around 3,700. So that would be the place to look for like scam wicks if this were to get nasty. You could see a nice little scam wick down to like 36, 37. Bounce out of it. These are typically areas of rejection. They don't get filled in very often. So if it did come down there, it would probably just wick it. You see how it wicked it there multiple times. Just checked Vitalik's address. He sold 58 million worth of Shib and Akita. It's crazy, dude. The founder of Ethereum rugging people. How funny is that, dude? He's holding up, but the other alts are selling off.
Coping hard as fuck. Hopefully that's the following watch.
Hopefully.
This is so nasty how like this is having the same price action 2 days in a row.
Yeah, Bitcoin being below 566 is really sketch. It looks like it's rolling over for sure. Put in a lower high. We failed the weekly high 3 times. Lost the POC. Turning red on the bot. Lost the 50-day moving average. But the problem is it's done this multiple times and bought up. So as long as this little support holds around like 53.6, 53.7, doesn't look too bad. You lose this level though, create a new low. Very likely going down to around 49. And then you could even go down to this trend around like 45. which lines up with the next support. It's not pretty, that's for sure.
Fucking balls. So fucking Bitcoin can fucking go down 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, but it can never go up in that same direction, eh?
Fuck, Ethereum gas prices are so high right now. $300 for a Uniswap trade, 93 to send an ERC20 token, 30 for an Ethereum transfer. That's ridiculous, dude. There is an imbalance on 40K as well. What kind of do you mean an imbalance on the volume profile?
We're getting a little bit of volume.
Pumpy.
Not looking bad.
Can we break up?
It's 1K to mint an NFT. Jesus. That NFT craze died real fast because the Ethereum fees were too high.
I say them gas fees was fucking stupid.
Makes it untradeable. What about Litecoin? Litecoin looked fantastic until this sell-off started. Litecoin looked really good. You're still holding support as a massive pivot right here, which we've tested multiple times. You just barely missed our target. Our target was 420, topped out at 413. So it's really struggling up here. You have to hold above like 390, 375.
You fucking kidding me? We could just long Zek. It's just fucking still running.
Still going? I called that out in the morning. Said it looked good.
So stupid. Oh shit! You guys seen what Calio just tweeted about Vine? Like this guy's kind of smart if he does that. Eh?
Is Ethereum only holding up because it's so expensive to sell it? I don't. The fees don't really affect like futures contract trades. But that could affect like spot trading maybe. I'm not entirely sure how the fees work exactly on the Ethereum network. Binance is launching an NFT platform, and CZ said he's shocked as to how many celebrities or content creators want to make NFTs. Dude, it's funny. I was just watching Twitch yesterday, and big streamers were talking about making NFTs. Like, it actually is getting some traction. E&J price action still looking good. I'll take a look at it. This Matic is strong. Yeah, Matic was looking really good. I think it's hitting our targets. What happens when Ethereum hard forks and smaller miners are out? Do they have a hard fork planned? Haven't they not hard forked in like a very long time? Yeah, Matic approaching 127, 135. Looks pretty good. Engine's not really doing anything. Massive head and shoulders. Needs to hold above like 275. Then it looks better. I got a question made. I already made the mistake holding Doge. What are your recommendations? What do you mean? What are my recommendations for Doge? Or like how to get out of it?
Hit the sell button.
Feel so dumb for not buying Matic on the 4th of January when I first found out the news. What was the news on Matic? Did you do backtesting for less than a 1 hour time frame with your strategy? I think you mean the bot, and I haven't done like actual Excel sheet like backtesting for anything less than a 1 hour right now. I've done a lot of visual backtesting. I've also done live testing, so like forward testing. But I am behind on my backtesting. I need to be putting out some new backtests pretty soon. I've been very busy. I probably should have a lot more coming this weekend. That was the daily. The daily was about 80% accurate. The weekly is about 70 to 80 as well. The 4 hour gets a little choppier, down to like 60%. And that's the most I've done so far. We have a lot of guys in Discord that are live testing it though, which helps a lot. Live testing is always much better than back testing.
Wow, SPY just wicked down to 404 and popped back up. That was wild.
Yeah, big block trade.
There was a huge block trade right there. It went down 2 points.
I can only imagine like institutions buying hella leaps right now.
There's the 50 moving average I told you guys. I told you guys not to bid on SPY until the 50 moving average was tapped.
That might have been the bottom.
That literally was 404 to the tick. That's the 50 moving average to the tick. That's the 50-day right there. Should I hold or assume the loss? That's your call, man. I can tell you how the chart looks, but inevitably it's your call. To be honest, it doesn't look awful here. There's a lot of support that it's holding. You have a massive high right here that's flipping into support. Now the problem is these meme coins, the dog coins are getting rugged right now. They're getting destroyed. I don't think Vitalik can rug Dogecoin. I don't think he has a lot of Dogecoin. So as long as Dogecoin holds above like 41, I think it's okay. Hey, Black Stars, I appreciate the tier 1 sub, man. Sorry I don't have the alerts on Twitch anymore. I turned them off back when I was making videos a lot during stream, and I never turned them back on. Do appreciate the sub though, man. I miss any questions? Let me see. think I got all the questions. Oreo said SPY to 400 to fill the weekly gap. That's what I'm assuming, man. If it doesn't bottom here on the 50-day, that's the easy target. You had a small gap at 406. That's been filled. Next gap is 400.
What blows my mind is I don't know how Bitcoin looked so fucking appealing at 50. But nobody wants to buy it down here. It blows my mind.
CB, no, I would not say we're starting a bear market. I think this is just filling gaps. It's just filling inefficiencies.
Gap fills, baby.
We're not even below the 50-day moving average yet. So to call for a bear market is definitely not the time. It looks brutal because we're pulling back so hard from the high, but that's just because we were running so hard. You can pull back a lot harder because we were so extended, excuse me. But like if we look at monthly VWAPs, which are a really good sign of like when we're entering bear markets, we've only lost one monthly VWAP. The problem is to lose the next one, we would have to drop like 4%. So that would already be almost a 10% drop. An 8% drop from the high. So it's pretty bad. Most people do not say that you hit a bear market until you've lost at least 15%, and they want to see 2 consecutive quarters of bad price action. Or 2 consecutive months. It varies. What I like to see before I start calling for like an actual massive correction, you lose 2 months of monthly VWAP, and at least a 10 to 15% pullback from the highs. So that would be right around like 377, somewhere around there. Basically lose that pivot at 380. It looks pretty bad. For now, we're just pulling back, so you basically would still be in dip buying mode. If we wanted to talk bear markets, like Qs would be something that's damn near in a bear market already. Excuse me, my throat's killing me. We've lost 2 monthly VWAPs, and we've pulled back 8% from the highs, right? So we've lost the monthly VWAP of April. We've lost the monthly VWAP of not March, but I think it was February. So if we lose the monthly VWAP of April, or excuse me, hold on, is that April? That'd be March. If we lose March's monthly VWAP, that would basically be Qs rolling over into a bear market, which would be like the growth stocks. But no, overall, I think you're still in a bull market. You want to be buying dips. This is giving you a really good dip opportunity on SPY right now with the 50-day moving average. But the problem is, I really think we're going to fill that gap at 400. So buying the dip here on the 50-day moving average is a little risky. Maybe if you bought the dip here, you need to be willing to add if we fall down to 400. I think there's also a gap below 400. Let me see. Yeah, let me turn the bot off. There's a gap right here at 396. There's also a gap at 395.
Basically, between right now and 396 is a pretty hefty gap.
Yeah. Once you get below 395, those gaps are not really in play. There's one at 390. That's probably the last gap that's in play. The other gaps are way too old. So all the way down to 390, you could fill gaps. And like I always tell you guys, SPY and Qs do not like to leave gaps when they're pushing into all-time high. Like if they gap up and then run into all-time high, they almost always pull back and fill them. Doodle said, great lesson for new participants, never market buy during a parabolic move. Yeah, you'll get a lot of slippage for sure. This is just going to be choppy for a few months, I think. It's already been choppy, man. It's been brutal. We saw the largest sell pressure on ES that we've ever seen. Not percentage-wise, just like sell pressure across the board in the history of ES. And that was like, what, Monday? Hey, late adopter, you said I miss your background music and chill streams on Twitch. I know, dude, I can't play music anymore. They fucking, they copyright strike everything that I put on. I've even tried playing non-copyrighted music, and I still get copyright strikes. It makes no sense. So, I just don't play music anymore. It's not worth the hassle. I've already got a strike on my account, so if I get another strike, they're going to ban me for a week. And get this, guys. My first strike on my YouTube account is from fucking playing a live stream of Trump when he was doing his press conference right before he left office. Like right before, it was like his last press conference that he did. I was just live streaming that on stream, and they striked me. They said I was what did they say? They said something fucking stupid. Let me pull it up. They basically said I was pushing violent content. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, violent criminal organizations. I was providing a platform for violent criminal organizations because I was showing a live stream of Trump. So now I have a strike on my YouTube account. Pretty fucking ridiculous.
Doge just closed a 15-minute buy. What the fuck?
You said you've used YouTube audio free music and it worked fine. Where do you find that? Is that like on YouTube? The funny thing is, the late adopter, it wasn't even like it wasn't supposed to be a political speech. It was supposed to be him talking about the infrastructure plan. And then he didn't talk about the infrastructure plan at all. So we kind of got rugged. Do you use fibs? Yeah, I use fibs all the time. Oh, I don't have my broker open, so you guys didn't see or didn't hear the bell, but the bell just rang. So equities are closed. Beautiful bounce off 50-day moving average. Literally bottom ticked it to the penny. So if you can see some confirmation from that tomorrow on ES, people can start buying up the blood here. It would look a lot better. The problem is bouncing off 404 when there's a gap at 400 is a pretty sketchy. Oh, by far, Doodle, it's our favorite word right now. Rugged. We say it like 100 times a day. It's definitely the crypto Twitter word of the year.
The fuck Vitalik coin? Is that what that is?
Yeah, dude.
That's funny.
It's pumping right now.
Holding those 519 SPY 405 puts deep in profit right now, but always scary. Yeah, you're getting paid on those, dude.
Yo, balls, drop the contract, Eddie, for that shit real quick. Good looking out, brother.
King's gonna ape.
I'm literally about to ape. I got like 4 BNB that I just was free money that I just figured I'd fuck around with.
The fib shows it will bounce at 56.3. Let me see what fibs I have. I don't think I have a fib going right now on Bitcoin. If I were to take a fib, you would... I can't believe my mouse wheel is already broken. It's ridiculous. If I were to take a fib, I'd take the local one here. You have 53.3 and then 51.9. 56.3. Do you mean 53.3? You can't bounce at 56.3 because that's already above us. If you mean 53.3, I have the same fib as you. That's the 50%. And then you have the 618.
The 618 is 396, by the way.
I don't normally use fibs on a move like this. If I were to use a fib here, it would actually be this fib. It would be the bearish fib. Because this is the prevailing move right now. And then if I hide that, you can see this is failing the 618. So that's why we're selling off here. Like this bear flag is still in a bearish impulse. This is the impulse. This is the correction. We're still in an impulse.
DJ, you see that chart I just posted?
On SPY.
Yeah.
Yep.
I drew the fib. This is a daily from I think that was like March 25th up there. But then the entire buy zone from the 382 to the 0.5 to the 0.618 are exactly the targets you mentioned.
Yep. They line up with the gaps.
Yep.
Math, man, it works.
It's math. It's also human nature. It's pretty wild how fibs work.
Yeah, so like for Bitcoin to get very bad here would be to lose this level that it just bounced off of. That would indicate that it wants to retrace to the bottom, which would be around 47. And then if we lose the 446 level, then it gets really bad, down to like 379, 357, and then it gets really, really bad. But most likely we'll bounce here or here. Honestly, you could bounce here, so you don't have to worry about these. But that's how I would use a fib here. You would ignore this move, because this is not a prevailing move. This is a correction. You look for the prevailing move. So this would be the impulse, this would be the correction. But funny enough, if you were to take this fib anyway, the levels will line up a lot of the times. So like, this is still your support. You lose that, most likely going down to the bottom. I already had this level drawn out, which was not the 618. This was just a weekly high. So we put in a weekly high here with that wick, and it just did not want to get above it. Every time it tested it, it failed. So that was your first sign to get out of Bitcoin. And I started pulling out of Bitcoin here. I actually tried to buy, there was like a little dip right here on the wick. I tried to buy a 3x bull token because I thought we were going to break through, which we did, but then it failed. So I pulled out all my Bitcoin here. I'm not in Bitcoin at all right now. I'm mainly in cash. I'm in cash as my biggest holding, and then I have BNB and FTT. Hey, Perez.
How's everyone's day?
Going on? Doing all right.
Doing good. Well, for me.
Good, Smoochie.
You see the daily sell signal on ES, Deja.
Yeah, and you also have a weekly buy on Nasdaq. Not for the bot, for the OTS.
S&P is gonna fill that the ES gap at 402.
Yep.
Finally.
Puts are paying.
Yo, balls, nice fucking call with this bitch, dude.
Hell yeah.
This is
It was
going up.
somebody,
Already up
somebody,
B.
somebody in one of Kobe's posts was showing it.
Who the hell is spamming my chat? Hold on, let me ban these people. I can never tell if I ban them on Restream if it bans them on Twitch. Let me go check. Oh, I actually can't check because the chat's not going to show up because it only shows up in real time. Rest in peace. Will BNB be treated as a security? I have no idea, man. Is Ethereum a security? No clue. I don't know how to answer any of those questions, man. I don't know any of that fundamental stuff. Any tips for taking profits when you're up big on a moon bag or something? Typically, if you're trading like fucking rug coins, like what I was talking about earlier, and you're up huge, you can only really trade your P&L. You know what I mean? You can't trade price levels. You can't trade price. Like you can't trade technical. You can't use technical analysis to trade. So you just have to treat it like you would a casino, right? You know, like you're up a certain amount of money, fucking call it. You just gotta have a number in your head that you're okay with. It's the only thing you can do.
I wish that's how I acted in a casino.
Yeah. Just gotta have a number that you want to pull out.
Yo, balls, I'm up 1.2 BNB. Let's go, baby.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Our SEC chairman basically hinted that exchange coins are securities in the U.S. Yeah, I know they were having a lot of talks about like XRP back in the day. I don't follow all that shit though. I just trade the chart, to be honest. Try my best not to get rugged. How about regular coins like top 100 market cap coins, for example? I feel like an idiot for not selling cake in the 40s. You just gotta have a system in place, man. Like almost all my targets are based on fibs if they're hitting all-time high, or if they're not hitting all-time high, I target pivots or levels from the auto SR or bot. Like I have indicators that find my targets. I don't even have to think about it. And then if, like I said, if it's hitting all-time high and my indicators can't find the targets, I just use fibs. And you can look at the layout that I use for my fibs. They've been spot on for a long time. These are the numbers I use. 0.13 as the like breakout level. 0.5, 0.618, 1, 1.13, and then 1.618. So this would be like the main target. This would be like the secondary target, and that would be the final target. This would be the level that it needs to break to trigger the target. I have a video on these as well.
How long do these gaps usually take? Just a couple days, or would it go through next week?
What do you mean?
Like if my target is the lower fib, for example, of 618, I mean that's the final target. But
Oh, how long the fibs take?
402. Like how long would it take to get to 402?
There's no time. Like you can't really have a time. Like that's why it's hard to do with options. Much easier to do with like shares or just crypto. There's no like time. There's no way to judge it.
Sitting on next Friday's SPY 400s, and I bought them yesterday.
Yeah, that gap. If that gap's gonna get filled, it shouldn't take much longer. What's today? Wednesday? Yeah, you'd assume that's gonna get filled by Friday or Monday. But we haven't had a recovery bounce yet. We've had 3 really bad days with no recovery. Yeah, Slayer, it's just math, man. It just gives people a really good way to follow a system. Because they're allowing math to determine their targets and their exits and their support. As long as they're doing the same thing to find the fib, the numbers will do the rest for them. But alright guys, I'm going to call that a stream. I think we had a lot of information in this stream for you guys. Hopefully you guys liked it. Make sure to hit that like button on YouTube. I will be streaming again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, same time as always. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch. Make sure to follow me on Twitter as well. I post a lot of charts and stuff when I'm not streaming on Twitter. So if you guys don't follow my Twitter, make sure to do that. I'm going to be posting analysis later today. It's going to be a lot earlier than yesterday. I wasn't home yesterday, so it was pretty late. I'll try to have that out by latest 10 o'clock. I'm going to post some equities charts, some crypto charts. Yeah. That's all I got for you guys. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.